Hi everyone! To shoot impressive clips, we need expensive equipment, interesting locations, colorful costumes, and characters. But it is also possible to make beautiful shots by using simple means and making some improvements during the editing process. Today I'll show you 3 easy ways to edit a video in Adobe Premiere Pro so that it would look more professional and spectacular. I wanted to decorate this frame with tree branches, but it wasn't possible to place the people and the camera in such a way that the branches would be in the shot too. We filmed ourselves and the foliage separately and then combined the 2 frames. So here are the clips. In the first clip we have the people, and in the second one we have the tree branches, which we want to place above the characters. We drag the second clip and move it over the first clip and make it semi-transparent to see how these shots fit together. Now it is clear that the branches are located too low. Let's scale it down a bit and move it up. I can divide the branches into 3 parts. The first part is this, it looks good. The part that is in the middle is too big, it should be placed a bit higher. And we will remove the part that is on the right because the branches in it are cut out. I duplicate the clip with the branches. By pressing the Alt key, I move the clip to the top. Let's hide the top clip for now, and in the clip that is in the middle, we will create a mask. I click on this box and I temporarily remove the effect of the mask. And so we're done with the left part. Turn the mask back on. Let's hide the middle clip for now and work with the upper clip. I'm going to free draw a mask. For this, I use the pen tool. We don't have to be very precise with our mask at the moment because we can correct it later on. Now here, I deliberately cut the branches out because they're too long. Move them up. See how convenient it is that we can arrange the frame according to our needs? We can move the branches, make them any size, remove or add parts depending on what we want to do. Now let's bring the left side of the frame back and make sure that the 2 parts do not intersect. Turn the opacity of the upper clips back to 100%. We see that the current result is not yet decent enough. Because the branches look dark compared to the sky, we set the blend mode to darker color. We see the sky in our clips is still different. So we have to correct the colors of the clip with the branches. I'll modify the exposure level and increase the brightness so that the border of the frame becomes practically invisible. We do the same for the left side of the frame. Remember to set the blend mode to darker color. I actually think that the branches are still too low, so we're going to move them up just a little bit more. Now, if we zoom in, then we can see that because of the blend mode, some parts here don't look too nice. But overall, if the clip is short, then the viewer won't notice those parts. Here's what we had initially, and here's the frame that we've made. For my taste, it looks better that way. I thought about this shot even before my actual trip to Brazil. The idea of that is that viewers are going to be watching the video through my sunglasses. This is my take on Brazil. But finding the right flag as well as the place to shoot turned out to be a very difficult task. It was much easier to realize my idea during editing. So here's our second example. In this shot I'm turning my head and I want the flag of Brazil to be reflected in the sunglasses. And this is the flag. We drag the flag to the top. Let's make it a little more transparent and reduce it in size as much as we want. Well, that's how it will be reflected in my shades. And since we need the flag to be reflected in both lenses, we duplicate the clip. I drag it to the top holding down the Alt key. We will make the top track invisible for now, and we're going to work with the bottom one. So we take the final point of the movement of the head. We should make the image of the flag stay within the boundaries of the lens of my sunglasses. We select the pen tool and draw something like this. Let's zoom in and make it more accurate. That's about it. But when I turn my head, the lens also turns and we want the mask to move along with the sunglasses. So we will have to animate the mask. For this we click on the stopwatch icon. The program understands that at this moment in time the mask is in this particular position. But when I move my head, let me move a few frames back, the mask should move too. Let's move back a few more frames. Adobe Premiere Pro calculates automatically all the midpoints of the mask. Move a few more frames back. And here we have reached the border of the frame. This will be the first frame of the sequence. Let's move on to the end of the video and let's go through the frames and correct the mask where it's necessary. This is very meticulous work. It depends on how complex your frame is, how much movement there is, and how long the sequence is. Now, to make it look more reflection-like, we changed the blend mode from normal to soft light. You can try different modes from this group overlay, for example, overlay itself, soft light, hard light, and vivid light, whichever works best for you. And we should also adjust opacity. We can set it to 100%. I think it looks better this way. And now let's work with the beginning of the clip where a clear border of the frame is visible. Let's make the reflection appear gradually. Here we see the whole thing, and here it's not visible at all. Now let's work with the second lens. The flag should appear in both lenses at the same time. Let's copy the mask from the first clip. We select it and press Ctrl+C. Select the upper clip, make it visible and move it here. The image is shifted a bit because we want to make it seem as though the angle is slightly different. Select Group Opacity and press Ctrl+V. And here, the mask from the first reflection is inserted into the second clip. We'll clear the midpoints in the mask path because we have to animate the clip again. Let's zoom in. Select this mask group, move it here and adjust the mask. And now animate again. Click on the stopwatch icon, go a few frames back and move the mask, and so on. We should change the blend mode here too. Bring opacity up to 100%. We should find the moment where the opacity of our object reaches 100% in the right lens, and make it our keyframe here as well. At the beginning, the opacity value should be 0. Let's see what we got. If your computer is slow, select Range with the I and O keys in and out and select the menu item Render In to Out to see the results without any lags. Looks as though it'd been filmed like that. We are done. In this example, a girl is lying on a bed and there is a window behind her. The window is much brighter than the rest of the image and it's something that I couldn't fix with the camera, so what I did, I took two shots. The first take is brighter with the focus on the girl, while the second shot is darker to have a good view of the window. Here's how these two shots fit together. In our case, the girl didn't move. Her leg stayed in the same position. Now, if the girl had moved, then we would have to take a shot of the window separately and then make an animated mask drawing around the girl's leg. But in our case, a static mask should do the trick. We drag the second clip and place it over the first clip, zoom in, and create a mask by using the pen tool. Single click here, single click, single click. And here we click and drag to get a curved line. We'll first finish creating the mask and then make the necessary corrections. We can make the sequence with the window even darker, so that the brightness level of the window would be the same as that of the rest of the room. Let's see how it has worked out. This is what we had before. The window was so bright that it almost looked pure white. That's how it looks after we have applied our special effects. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.